everyone, welcome or welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name's Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal to pay off £10,000 in this year in 2022. Welcome to my new home. I think the only thing you might be able to tell that's different is the light is coming from a different direction and it's really echoey. So I'm going to see how this video goes, and if it's too echoey and super annoying, then I'll figure out what else to do. Maybe I can use my iPod things or something. Anyway, how is everybody? Have you had a good week? The weather's been a bit meh this week, hasn't it? But I hope that's not got you too down. My week has been so crazy busy. So busy. I'm covered in bruises. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but this is all bruises from moving furniture and it really, really, really hurts. Been moving all week this week. So what I will do is I will show you how much money we have spent this week, which has been astronomical and completely over budget. Like so over budget, it was silly. But anyway, so I'm going to do my usual check in on the spends, run through the budget, then we'll stuff hyperjar, then we'll stuff some cash. So feel free to flick forward to any of those sections that you're more interested in, or by all means, please stick with me for the whole of the video. But first, the affirmation. So last week's affirmation was, I trust and know that goals will be achieved. And yes, I did. I trusted and I knowed, and goals have been achieved. We have done pretty much everything that we wanted to do, more than we wanted to do this week. So I hope you have reached some goals yourself this week. So let's see what the affirmation has in store for us this week. Oh, how amazing is that? I am grateful for my bright future. Oh man, isn't that just perfect? I love that so much. I'm going to take bright quite literally because the entirety of our house is bright white. So my future is quite literally bright. Oh, I hope you guys have a chance to use that one this week. And say it and believe it. You do have a bright future. You really do. So let's have a look at the spending. Ugh, I don't want to do it. Okay, so here is the spending. We finished off on Friday last week. So the first thing I did on Friday was to, after the gym, I forgot to put a blob on, but after the gym, I went and got myself a Starbucks and I spent £10.55. I only had £8 spending money last week, but I did have £2.97 floating around in my personal bank account. So I topped myself up with that and I bought a Starbucks and I bought all of my comfort food and it felt great. Groceries and petrol. Had to put £10.50 into my son's Go Henry because he's been doing so many tasks because he's desperate to build back his savings after having to replace his Xbox last week. Not sure how we're going to be able to afford that going forwards, but we'll see. £18 on school holidays on Saturday. That was climbing. I took my son and my second eldest niece climbing, and then my third eldest niece and my sister came and joined us as well. That was super good fun. Sunday we spent £151 on home. Don't remember what that was for. And then on moving day on Monday we spent £35. I would love to tell you exactly what all these things are for, but I just can't remember. Oh no, I do know that one actually. That was the parking permit. Tuesday, right, okay, so this is where we get into it. This is where like all the spending happened. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we spent £16.95 out of family fun. That was on Burger King lunch because we were exhausted. And then we spent £140 out of home from the cash. That was for stuff. And then another £134.16 also for house stuff. Then on Wednesday, we spent £55 on the van hire, £9.39 on a new kettle and toaster. It actually cost £59.39, but my dearest friend, yes, you've heard me mention her before, she gave us a £50 into our hyperjar. It just appeared and I messaged her and I was like, did you mean to put £50 into my hyperjar? And she did. It's a moving gift, and our kettle had just started leaking before we moved, and the kettle belongs to the toaster belongs to the old house. So yeah, so we bought a brand new kettle and toaster, which is really lovely with that money, and I'm just eternally grateful. She's just so lovely. She's the best. You're the best. And then we bought a Domino's on Wednesday night because Wednesday was our first night in the new house. And so we celebrated with a very tired, exhausted Domino's, and it was lush. Thursday, spent £20 out of the emergency fund. That was on some diesel for the van. £40 in cash out of the home binder. That was for a rug cleaning man. Another £139.38 on more house stuff. All of this house stuff is pretty much from the range. We have literally cleared the range out. No, we haven't bought that much. We've bought some bits. $6.99 on out of O stuff. That was for a new Xbox Live subscription. So my husband has stopped his and my son now has his own. Family fun, we spent £5. That was just on some snacks. And then, yeah, today I've already put in some spends. So my son is going on a Halloween hayride with a friend later. So I'm giving him £15 for his ticket and £7 for spending money. So that's coming out of school holidays. And hair, I'm going to be spending £70 on getting my roots done. So yes, that was a real whirlwind. But what I will say is we have gone majorly over budget on the house stuff. Because, well, two reasons. One, we wanted to. Our old house is so grotty, I guess. You'll see in a few days when I share the video, but it's really tired old house, all mismatched furniture that was there when we moved in, and we never were able to put our stamp on things. So we came in here, we didn't want to leave it just half empty, so we just went all out and we have made the home that we've kind of always wanted, and I'm so happy here. It's beautiful. The only thing that's missing is, of course, our lovely doggy. So my mother-in-law came to pick him up on Monday, and it was really difficult saying goodbye to him on Monday. But he is, looking on the positives, he is with two people, my mother-in-law and her fella, who absolutely adore him. They take him out for walks 2 or 3 times a day. He's probably getting spoiled rotten with treats and cuddles. He sleeps on their bed. He is living his best life. And I can't remember who it was, but one of my subscribers in the comments said something about they had to look after their son's dog and the dog stayed, and now it's a family dog. And I feel like that's what we're going to have now with Reg. And they have said that they have no intention of rehoming him, and he is there for as long as we want him to be. Unless they do really struggle. I suppose you never know what the future holds. But as far as it is at the moment, he's going to be living with my mother-in-law for the foreseeable future. But the way they're seeing is he's on loan. And if we ever are able to have him back in a home that we own, then we just need to say so and they will gladly give him back to us. But, you know, that's going to be so long down the road. He'll be an old boy by then. So I couldn't really do that to him or them. But anyway. So yeah, so I miss him madly, but he is living his best life. And we're hoping to go and see him this weekend, if not a bit later in the week. So yeah, so that was some ramblage. So let's have a look at the budget. Apologies for this, the budget is on my phone because the iPad is completely dead. So I really hope you can see it, we'll just have to see. So our starting balance was, as we expected, £3,009.80. We bought in £269.39 from savings, that was across cash and hyperjar. Another £50, that was from my dearest friend who gave us that £50. Our bills were £587, which was £155, give or take, less than we expected. That's because we didn't get charged our council tax this month whilst we were moving homes, but we will get charged in February. You know, normally like February and March is like a couple of free months. Yeah, so we'll be paying in February. So yeah, that didn't go out. £10.50 into my son's Go Henry, and then we overspent by £502. Which is a lot of money. So the total overspend was £357.98. Our ending balance is £1,135, but it only brings our total budgeted overspend to £38.59. So it's a bit confusing, but basically there was only £88.09 that was totally unbudgeted. And then 164.87 that's pending in our bank account. So the total that was completely unbudgeted and will affect therefore our annual budget is 252.96. But I'm confident that we can recover this, so I'm not worried. Hope that made some sort of garbled sense. Any questions, just drop them in the comments. So this week's budget runs from the 28th of October to the 3rd of November. We have a starting balance of £1,135.90. We are expecting £66 to come in from our gas and electric company for the government grant jobby thing. So our total cash available will be £1,201.90. That is pending, so I know that's coming in, that's 66. Our bills are 240, debt is 100, that's the minimum on my credit card. 1653 is going to my bank to pay off that bill that I have. We've got 133.47 going into hyperjar, £245 going into cash, and then 164.87, which is pending from spends that we've made this week. So our total outgoings are £899.92, which means at the end of the week, we should have an ending balance of £301.98. So that is the budget. So let's have a look at hyperjar, but again, it's on my phone. Okay, now I should imagine this is going to be super tiny for two reasons. A, it's on my phone. B, hyperjar have changed their layout again. So it is what it is. Hopefully we will just make the best of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to show you clicking through all the jars, but I'm going to put £10 into buffer, £70 into groceries, £30 into petrol. I am then going to put £10 into family fun, £5 into O stuff, £5 into vape, and £3.47 into Italy. But first of all, I'm going to move that £52 of spare change into family meal. And yeah, I'm just going to get cracking and I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so that's all done. Not sure where the end of this pencil's gone. It just fell out. So buffer has 10, groceries has 70, petrol has 30, family meal now has 6.43, family fun has £12, O stuff has £8, Italy has 74.96, and I have 15 for vape. And that will be going on vape juice. I thought I would need to buy some new coils, but my coils are lasting incredibly well. I am so impressed. So yeah, so vape juice for that will be coming out this week. So that is hyperjar. Now, let's stuff some cash. Okay, first things first, as ever, we will start with the penny savings challenge. Floss is now on this side, so she doesn't cast a massive shadow. I don't have any extra pennies to put into this today, so we are relying solely on the dice roll. So this is the £10 for spending. Let's have a look. 5, lovely jubbly. So 5 is going into my wallet to spend. Thank you very much. And 5 is going into floss for the penny savings challenge. Cool, so let's grab a calculator and see what we are doing. Right, £5, we're going to do 1 biggie, 3.58, so that leaves us with 142. And I don't think, oh my gosh, I might be able to. 77 and 75, my quick maths is telling me that that is actually 142. It's not, is it? It's 152. Darn it. Okay, well, we'll just have to do 142 on its own, which is there, which is orange. And that is it for the penny challenge. Floss got an extra £5 and she's definitely getting heavy. So now let's move on to my binder. Here we go then, let's get busy. So, going out this week is not getting anything. I did not feel I could justify that this week after the horrific amount of money we have spent. So, nothing for going out this week. Gym is getting £5, and that should take us up to this month's fee, which it does, 5, 10, 15, 20. So, I am actually going to swap that for a 20, and I am going to take that to the bank in a bit. Next we have hair. Hair is getting 10, and that will cover my hair appointment that I have in a couple of hours. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and again, I think I'm going to swap some of this around. So 20, 40, going back in the tray, 20, 40 going back in there. The reason I'm doing this is because a lot of money is going into the home folder again, and I don't want loads of 20s because then we'll end up with loads of change, and then it's just because the change that I put into the penny savings challenge is just out of my spending money, and I don't want a whole bunch of change but we don't then have anywhere to go and it will get confusing. So anyway, I want some smaller notes is all I'm trying to say. So 20, 40, 60, 70 into hair, and that will all be coming out a bit later on. Next, retreat is not getting anything, and savings nothing, and splurge nothing. So that's actually it for my binder. So let's grab the family binder. Okie dokie, so here we are in the family binder, and this might not be any surprise to you, but once again, the only thing that is getting stuffed is home. We have, oh, that's not true, emergency is getting stuffed as well. We'll come to that in a sec. So yeah, so there's still a few things that we need to buy for the house. We need a new toilet seat because the one that we've got is broken. We cannot be bothered to speak to the landlord to sort it out. We will just buy a new one. So a new toilet seat, we need to get a runner for the kitchen floor. We need to get a couple of cushions for our sofa, which is arriving tomorrow, and I can't wait. I haven't sat on a sofa since Tuesday, and my whole body is aching. I just want to fnar on a sofa. Yeah, so anyway, there's a few things we still need to buy. So I'm going to put £200 into home, but I want to use all these little ones, don't I? So 5, 10, 15, 20... 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, that's correct. That leaves £20 for emergency. But let me just double check. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200, yeah. So that is 200, that is going back in home. And yeah, that's for the last bits, and then we are done. Oh, I really hope we're done. What I'm going to do is, once this is all settled and we've spent everything that we need to spend, I'm gonna add up exactly how much this entire move has cost us, because whatever it has cost will then become later down the line the amount that we need to save for a rental emergency. So yes, and I will share that all with you when I've totted it all up. So the last £20 needs to go into emergency, and that is because we took £20 out and I want to replace it. I've already got £20 coloured in on the tracker, so if I put £20 back in, that means we are even. So that is actually it for cash stuffage, I'm afraid, this week. But I'm okay with it. Yeah, I am okay with it. Do I sound convinced? Not really. Right, let's grab floss. Here she is, and she is definitely making a shadow. So yeah, reminder of this week's affirmation then, because I will love you and leave you with that, is I am grateful for my bright future. And I really hope you are. And if you're not believing that right now, just keep affirming the message to yourself every morning. Look in the mirror, say it as much as you can. I am grateful for my bright future. You can make yourself one, I promise. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, I will see you hopefully in a couple of days, maybe in a week, I'm not entirely sure, with some sort of moving vloggy type situation. Anyway, I love you all so, so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.